Hey guys. I just want to talk to you today about something that's been discussed for years and years now. Is that there's a big conspiracy theory about Paul McCartney from the Beatles and that he actually died in 1966. And there's different versions of the story. The most common one I think, is that he died in a car crash. But there's different versions. Like I heard about one where he was like murdered and all these different things. But there's a big documentary about it, so I put a link to it somewhere so you can watch the whole thing. But there's a bunch of different clues about it too. Like there's a lot of things. I think the most common one is if you play Revolution 9 backwards, it sounds like he's saying "Turn me on, dead man." And there's a bunch of other things with playing their songs backwards, but I don't really believe any of them because the thing is, human minds cannot read things backwards. Computers can, because computers read everything. Every piece of data for a computer is just a code of ones and zeros. So all they have to do is just read the code backwards, and then that's how it works. But humans cannot do that. There's a bunch of other clues too, like on a lot of their album covers, like on the Revolver cover, there's a guy in Paul McCartney's ear going like this, and apparently it's supposed to mean you gotta listen to the clues about his death, which I don't really think is true either, because it's just a guy like that. But another thing, there's a bunch on the Sgt. Pepper cover. I don't remember all of them, but one of the one of them is that if you put a mirror under the bass drum where it says Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, the middle of it says like one X he died or something like that. And I think that might just be a coincidence too, because I mean, think about it. I mean, it's not like they just put like it's not like they just wrote that and then realized if they put a mirror there and said, "Hey, it looks like it says Lonely Hearts." Like, I don't think they would intentionally do that. Another thing, this is another common one, is that on the Abbey Road cover, um, the way the Beatles are dressed in their order, it looks like a funeral procession of different people at a funeral, and Paul would be the body. Oh yeah, another one on the album cover is for Let It Be. They're all in squares, and Paul in the background for his square it's all red, and everyone else's square is white. I think that's just a coincidence too, and I don't think the color red would necessarily mean death. Um, so yeah, but more about the theory itself. People believe that Paul died in a car crash in 1966, and the British intelligence agency didn't want anyone to know because they thought if people knew that Paul McCartney died, there'd be tons of suicides all over the world. And that's one of the main reasons I really don't believe this, because I mean, like, the Secret Service really get that involved just to make sure there aren't any suicides? I mean, the unfortunate truth is celebrities die all the time, but I mean, there's not like a spike in worldwide suicides. Like when Kurt Cobain died, I don't think many people committed suicide, well, except for him. But then crap. What was I? Oh yeah, another clue is on the Magical Mystery Tour cover. I actually have that album, but I'm not gonna bring it over. But they're all in, like these weird animal costumes because they were really high when they made that album. That that album. But there's a hole in the chest of Paul's costume, so again, I don't really get how that means death, but whatever. And yeah, so they believe Paul was replaced with like a look-alike, and this guy named William Campbell went under tons of plastic surgery to look like Paul McCartney. And yeah. But something that does kind of make me think this is true is that if you look at a lot of later pictures of Paul, you can see that the shape of his jaw is a lot different. Like I was looking at it's actually my mom's, but she has a copy of the CD of Please Please Me, which is her first album. and I was looking through the booklet, and it had a lot of pictures of the Beatles, and I was comparing them to the ones in the Magical Mystery Tour booklet, and Paul looks a lot different. I mean, they all look different, but like their like skulls are still the same shape and size. And also, there's some pictures where Paul is like a bit taller in some, but yeah. So do you guys think this is true? Do you think it's fake? I think it's fake, but I don't know. It's something interesting to think about, but oh well. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Good day.